So, Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. So, thought maybe today we begin with the question: if if you're here in life, and we all say, those who have some kind of an understanding about life being a little bit more than just the little bit that you're contained in at the moment, um, you begin to realize that maybe life has some other meaning, life has some other purpose, life is more than we perceive it to be. As we begin to become more aware of that, we can say this is like a spiritual understanding, right? We're starting to question our existence. We're starting to question our existence. And in questioning our existence, there are some fundamental questions. Number one, who are you? Number two, what are you? Number three, where did you come from? Number four, what are you doing here? And number five, how do you get out of here? And that fifth question is the hardest one. Because while life is good, no one wants to get out. When life becomes a little bit more challenging, age, illness, etc., there's a need to escape. And hence now we have a legitimized suicide through assisted medical dying. What is it? It's suicide. But the difference here is you're not taking pills, but some pharmaceutical companies making a buck out of you killing yourself. That's the truth of it. That's the truth of it. But those who understand the nature of karam, the nature of existence, and how things follow, what you sow is what you harvest. And those who understand a little bit about consciousness beyond the egocentric space realize that the actual fundamental truth is much deeper. So the question is, in order for you to learn something, you have to be educated. Ask yourself the question, where have you ever been educated about this? Ever. In fact, all education is directed to miseducate you, to take you away from these questions, to give you an image that you are successful, you have money, you have a bank account, you have a car, you have a this, you have a that, you have the other, all labels. All labels. Do you really think they will matter in 10 years' time, 20 years' time? The Queen had a label. Where is it now? You understand? You can create all this carnage around the world for a label. Yeah? Doesn't make it right. In fact, that's the battle that all humanity is now starting to face. Do I live for the label? How I dress, how people see me, my image, my money, my car, my status, my prestige, my wealth. Is this how I live? Or is there another way? Because this way, everyone's in competition. And what does competition mean? Someone has to lose. But when the competition, when the price is big, the loss is big. So wiping out a whole country so you can take their resources is just competition, is it not? So what's wrong with it? It's just competition. Poisoning whole countries, decimating forests, just competition. That's what you're educated in. And then we are here in 2024 asking ourselves the question, where has life brought us? Well, it has brought us to that question. It has brought us to that question. Either you continue with the madness, keep confusing your children, you know what is right and you know what is wrong. You know. Doesn't matter what those who are educated in the white coats are telling you there's 56 different genders. You understand? You know what's right, you know what's wrong. And that's the bit that's being suppressed. That no, you're not right. We're telling you what needs to be the way. This attack on thought, have to realize how the implications of this. The implications of this is entrapment and enslavement for a very long time. And it only gets darker. It ain't going to get cleaner. It's only going to get darker. So ask yourself the question. And without this understanding, without the worldview of consciousness, without having an experience, anyone who's taken a psychedelic will know the states of being are different. You're able to access different states of being. Anyone who meditates knows that. Anyone who sat with any enlightened human being knows that. But in the Western dominant culture that we're in, which is everywhere, can't call it Western, can't call it Eastern, but what you can call it is predatory and capitalist. It's to do with profit. You are the prey, or anyone can be the prey. Brothers against brothers for a piece of land. One preys upon the other. Right? Countries harvesting individuals that they kill, they harvest their organs so they can live longer. The depth of this darkness doesn't end. Darkness has no end. So the question then is, well, what the hell? How do we escape this? Because this is the good side. What you are experiencing now is the good side. But if you're in Gaza, it's a bit rough. If you're in Syria, Yemen, anywhere, it's a bit rough. Yeah? So when you realize, okay, I'm in this world, what is of value to me now? What will you hold on to? All systems around you are starting to fall apart. You got tunnels under synagogues. Ask yourself the question, why does it have mattresses in it? Why do these places get covered so quickly? The darkness runs deep. How do you escape this? How do you escape this? And this is where meditation becomes critical. Why? As all the structures begin to become less and less stable, your ego will fight itself, trying to find some way to hold on to, whatever it is. Your behavior begins to shift. What will you hold on to? Think about it. What will you hold on to? Everyone speaks here, Rabada Nam will help me at the end, God's name. But why isn't it helping you now? Right? Something you ain't doing right. So finding that peace, that 5 minutes a day, 10 minutes a day, is your anchor. That's your anchor. You've got to begin somewhere. So meditation, and we've been saying this for a few years now, no longer a luxury. It's now a medicine. It's a necessity. The most valuable thing will be, give me a bit of peace. Because I can't take it. Give me a bit of peace. No value. There is no value. Because as this noise and chaos grows, it's impacting everyone. You can see it. Yeah? You can see it in your own space. If you're smart enough, if you're a bit sensitive to it, yeah, life is getting somewhere where I need to ask myself some questions. Whether I get to this, that, and the other isn't the issue. The point is, we're at a junction where you need to ask these questions. Who am I? What am I? What am I doing here? What do I need to do here? And how the hell do I escape this stuff? And the only way out is in. That's all there is to it. And as you go further within yourself, you discover different elements of you. And those different elements that you discover, the discoverer is you. So all those little elements are not you, but you have access to them, right? So the human being, the space that you begin to anchor yourself in, is a space that has certain qualities. It has a quality of peace, calmness, the quality of stillness, the quality of silence, the quality of being here. And it doesn't matter. You can sit there for 5 minutes and your mind can be all over the place. It doesn't matter. You still took some time out. And a great Zen master, you know how he described you sit in a meditation? Waiting for a flower to bloom. Waiting for a flower to bloom. Why? There's an anticipation, but there's patience. And if you approach it with that kind of attitude, you will find whether your mind stills or doesn't still makes no difference. Your intention, attitude, and your non judgmental way of being there is what counts. And what it gives you, time will tell. Yeah. So, how do you find stability? You find in the instability, you find the stability in you. No longer can you hold on to everything. Yeah. But the wise ones, you look, someone asked me this question once: how wealthy are you, God? Right? I said, well, that it depends how you look at it. And he said, I'll tell you how wealthy you are. And I said, how can you say that? He goes, it's the amount of food you have in your pantry, man. And that struck me. Right this moment, if you had to survive, how much food do you have in your pantry? A week, a day, a month? Realize, just as we've given our health to everyone, the doctors and the farmers, and it's been exploited, the same way we've given our wealth to everyone, and it can be exploited. Yeah. Once you see that instability around you, and you can see it, the banking ain't that far away. The monetary system, you mean, oh no, the dollar's finished. The reason things are expensive ain't because they're expensive, it's because the value of your currency is nothing, right? You can't eat paper, and you certainly can't eat digital currency. You might be able to get away with crypto, but certainly not digital. Yeah, yeah. So I think stability is see what you have, and sovereignty. What does it mean for you to be sovereign? If you have to look after yourself, can you look after yourself? That's the bottom line. And if it means running away, it means running away. But still, can you look after yourself? Are you fit enough to run away? Yeah. So look after yourself. Sovereignty. That's where we are. Where the kind of whole space is pushing everyone to ask this question. Actually, if I can't rely on anything else, you know what I mean? If I've got a headache and I can't rely on my regular drug, what else do I know? Oh, I know a little bit of water can help. I know a bit of lemon juice and salt can help. How do I know? Just little things. Yeah. Little things that become really valuable in times when things get a bit shortened. And already they're talking about certain drugs. Now they're unable to get like more than a month's supply. Yeah, particularly to do with children and their mental health. So it becomes difficult as systems become a little bit loose. Yeah, you can see it around you. No need to take my word for it. But be alert, be aware, organize oneself, and organize like-minded people that can speak. We're able to speak. We're able to discuss because that's the other thing. You're not allowed to ask certain questions. You're not allowed to ask the question about God. You're not allowed to ask the question about this. You're not allowed to. who this censorship prevents you in you exploring curiosity, not offense. And those who get offended, what gets offended? When you're asleep and I call you X, Y, and Z, do you get offended? No. The ego trip gets offended. That's all there is to it. Fundamental. Fundamental. When you were a child, did you get offended? No. The more you're told what offends you, the more you'll get offended. The more you're told what you are as an ego, the more that becomes solidified, that whatever challenges it, you get offended. And now you can't offend me. Why? Because you're not allowed to. You're not allowed to. So when you begin to see this, and those people who had an education 20 years ago in a university, certainly at postgraduate or graduate level, will understand the way of thinking that you were taught then and the way of your thinking you're taught now are different, totally different. And there is no critical thinking. It's not allowed. So these things should be warning shots, unless life is good and it's okay being a robot. Yeah, let's just eat, drink, be merry, and die. And that's it. And if that's what life's about, say la vie, do it again. See you soon. But if not, then how do we get out of it? And those are the kind of things that we want to explore with these little talks as we go along. Hmm? Okay, I think that is enough chit chat. Okay, shall we meditation, right? So we're going to sit with an attitude in which it's like sitting for a flower to bloom, right? So whatever that means to you, right? So there's a level of patience, as you can't rush anything, you can't rush a flower to bloom. There's a level of expectation, or should I say anticipation, that it could happen any moment. Then you straighten your back, pull your shoulders slightly back, and if you just tuck your chin in a little bit, it's always worthwhile spending a little bit of time just on the body itself. Yeah, back of the neck stretches slightly, and then if you follow your shoulders down, your arms towards your hands, and you will notice if there's any discomfort, and then moving towards your eyes, you will notice that they are closed. And on your next breath in, you're going to bring your focus to your body as best as you can, just the physical body. And you're going to notice your posture, and you're going to notice if there's any discomfort anywhere. And if you need to adjust yourself, you do it now. Next breath in, you imagine a hula hoop above your head, and you're going to use this hula hoop as a scanning device. As it moves down, begins to scan your body once again, you're going to take it just a little bit longer to notice any sensations that are on the body or within the body. Next breath in, once again becoming aware of your body as best as you can. And once again, go back to your intention, waiting patiently with some anticipation. And then gently bringing your focus to the seat you're on. And you're going to allow yourself to soften a little bit. So whatever's beneath you holds you, completely holds you. Notice there are sensations where your body makes contact with your chair, your seat. From those sensations, you move your focus up towards your hips. Very deliberate, very gently. And then moving down your thighs towards your knees. From your knees, gently moving down, scanning the back of your legs. Scanning the front. And then notice your feet. Moving your focus to the soles of your feet. Gently bringing your focus back to the seat you're on. Once again, allow whatever's beneath you to hold you. Notice your back is straight and upright. And now gently we move your focus from your lower back up towards your middle back. From your middle back, you move up towards your shoulder blades. And then gently allowing this awareness to move to the shoulders. Then you see if you can allow your shoulders to soften a bit. And then moving your awareness from your shoulders down to your elbows. Moving down towards the wrists. Notice your hands, the palms of your hands. And then gently moving this focus to your fingers. Next breath in, bring your focus towards your eyes. And begin to recognize whatever you have awareness of. The back of your eyelids, could be colors, could be darkness. Notice this awareness can't be switched off. And this awareness can be moved. You can become aware of the back of your head. And then as you breathe out, you allow your eyes to soften. Next breath in, bring your focus towards your lips. Notice the sensation on your upper lip, lower lip, and then moving your focus within your mouth. Notice the roof of your mouth, on the inside cheeks. Allow your tongue to soften. Allow your jaw to soften. And then as you breathe out, you allow your face to soften. Next breath in, bring your focus to your body as best as you can. Becoming aware of yourself, bringing your focus now beneath your nose. Begin to watch your breath. Stay with your breath. On your next breath in, bring your focus within yourself, to your inner space. Begin with your mental space. Are you alert or do you feel drowsy? Is there something that the mind is occupied with? Do you feel distracted or do you feel focused? And then moving your focus to the center of your chest. And here we begin to watch the movement of the chest in rhythm with the breath. Allow your breath to breathe by itself, holding your focus on your chest as best as you can. Notice its movement. Next breath in, bring your focus a bit deeper into yourself, holding it there as best as you can. Notice how you're feeling. Right this moment, do you feel settled? Do you feel unsettled? Do you feel calm? Does it feel peaceful? Just for this moment for you. And it's in this moment we sit, waiting for the flower to bloom. And then on your next breath out, opening your awareness to all the sounds around you. Holding on to that attitude, that intention, sitting in presence, waiting. Gently bring your focus beneath your nose, anchoring your awareness to your breath. Stay with your breath. Stay with your breath. And to allow you to move a bit deeper, begin to follow your out breath all the way till the end. Notice when it finishes, allowing every out breath to move you closer and deeper into the moment of now, alert yet relaxed. Stay with your breath. Now, as best as you can, bringing your focus to the sound of your breath, listening, moving a little bit deeper. Stay with your breath, listening, patience, and anticipation. Listening to your breath as best as you can. Next breath out. Once again, opening your awareness to all the sounds around you, including the sound of your breath. Not trying to listen to anything, not following anything, simply aware. Aware of all that sound, noises around you. Again, sitting in patience and anticipation. Gently bring your focus just beneath your nose, sitting with your breath in silence. Taking this moment to notice the quality of your experience. Beneath everything else, what's going on with you. If you feel calm, focus on the calmness. If you feel still, focus on the stillness. On your next breath out, expanding your awareness, once again coming back to the body as best as you can. Notice if there's any discomfort in the body. Bringing your focus to your seat. Once again, notice that you're held, supported. From the sensations, move your focus up towards your hips, allowing your awareness to go back to your body, embodiment. Slowly moving down your thighs towards your knees. From your knees, moving down towards your ankles, scanning the back of your legs. Take your time. Allow yourself to become present to your body as best as you can. And from your ankles to your feet, the soles of your feet. Coming back to your seat. Notice the back straight, upright. Shoulders, arms, hands relaxed, comfortable. Eyes are still closed, mouth is still closed, and the face is relaxed. Bringing your focus back beneath your nose. And now, as the breath comes in, you can have a sense of the body. As the breath goes out, you can sense your body. Breathing in, you feel peaceful. Breathing out, you feel peaceful. When you hear the next bell, use this bell to draw a few slow, deep breaths in, and gently, in your own good time, gently opening your eyes. Take your time.